الأغر فأهل الوفاء كلون السحاب وحسن الربيع وماء المطر أحب الوفاء بشتى الصور أحب الوفي الأمين الأغر فأهل الوفاء كلون السحاب وحسن الربيع وماء المطر مقامهم فوق رأس الجبال وفوق الروابي وعند القمر ويا من تحب غياب الوفاء رأيتك تهوى غياب البصر كم قائل قد أضعت حياتي وفيا لأجل هناء البشر أقول له
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم سيدنا محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord, cherisher, nourisher, sustainer and master of the universe, the most gracious, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Ya Allah, it is on you that we worship and it is your guidance that we seek. Ya Allah, keep us on the straight path. Ya Allah, show us the choice of blessings. Ya Allah, show us your mercy. Ya Allah, guide us. Greetings, salam, salutations on our beloved Nabi Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. 5 minutes past 8 on this beautiful Saturday morning, the 20th of April 2024, the 10th of Shawwal 1445. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to Rise and Shine on Radio Al Ansar. My name is Faizal MJ Suleman, and inshallah I'll be a host for the next 1 hour on Rise and Shine. Engineering for me this morning is Brother Mondley, and attending to logistics is Wasima Bucks. This show is produced by Hajra Kota. Yes, I did say that it was a beautiful Saturday morning. Alhamdulillah, we're thankful to the Almighty for all the blessings and favors that He has bestowed upon us. And of course, driving to the studio was a pleasant drive as well, with a lovely cool breeze and everybody somehow ultra excited. Of course, if you're in traffic, if you're driving, then you've got to be ultra cautious, take it easy. Don't be impatient and don't let, what do you call it now? I just come out of words. I don't believe this. But yes, don't be upset with other drivers. And yes, maintain those, following distances. And of course, the word I was looking for, road rage. That's it. Don't let road rage overcome you, and don't respond to road rage as well. Just take it easy, and inshallah ta'ala, all will be good. If you're at home, I trust that you are helping the families, and together you all are preparing breakfast, or you all are relaxing in the company of Radio Al Ansar. Yes, it is, I say, a lovely Saturday morning, and just to get up to date with what's happening. As electricity prices rise, South Africans are urged to find innovative ways to reduce cost. We always start off with bad news: the rise in price of electricity. If it's not electricity, then it's increase in the petrol prices. But an energy expert, Dr. Andrew Dixon, says South Africans need to find innovative ways of reducing electricity costs and consumption. This follows the recent 12.74% increase in prepaid electricity prices. Last year, the National Energy Regulator of South Africa, NERSA, approved the increase for Eskom to charge customers more from the beginning of this month and to keep the lights on. Or rather, to charge them more from the beginning of this month to keep the lights on. Dixon said that to save, consumers needed to know what they're spending every month on electricity. He added that people also need to look at how smart home appliances could reduce their costs and consumption. Well, I think one of the ways that we know how much we're spending is to have regular meter readings. Because when they do assessments, and then obviously you are paying either more or less than what you are consuming. Moshecha reveals over 30,000 teaching vacancies in South Africa. Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga in a written parliamentary reply revealed that there are more than 30,000 teaching vacancies in South Africa. The minister says filling of vacant posts at schools is an ongoing process to ensure that there is no class without a teacher for all the grades. The reply indicates that KwaZulu-Natal tops the list with more than 7,000 vacancies. The Eastern Cape has more than 6,000, followed by Limpopo with nearly 5,000 vacancies. The Western Cape has more than 4,000 vacancies, followed by Gauteng with close to 4,000 vacancies. Power cuts remain suspended until further notice, an unusual occurrence, but a rather welcome one. Over 3 weeks and counting without rolling blackouts, and it's going to stay like this for the foreseeable future. In a message on X, the power utility says, blackout suspensions have been extended until further notice. Well, let's see if they will survive past the 29th of May. Locals claim that police are complicit in car smuggling to Mozambique. Residents in Mpumalanga, which borders, have accused police of being part of a syndicate that smuggles vehicles to Mozambique. This follows the continued smuggling of vehicles from the area. Since January this year, syndicates have allegedly stolen more than 50 cars and driven them across the border into Mozambique. Now residents fear for their lives. Some community members are said to be working with alleged car thieves, and they are known to the community.
Opinions expressed by the presenters and guests of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
को तकल्लुफ है हम से अगर हम भी बेबस नहीं बेसहारा नहीं खुद उन्हीं को पुकारेंगे हम दूर से रास्ते में अगर पाँव थक जाएंगे फासलों को तकल्लुफ है हम से अगर हम मदीने में तन्हा निकल जाएंगे और गलियों में कसदन भटक जाएंगे हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे ढूंढते ढूंढते लोग थक जाएंगे जैसे ही सब्ज गुंबद नजर आएगा बंदगी का करीना बदल जाएगा सर झुकाने की फुर्सत मिलेगी किसे खुद ही पलकों से सजदे टपक जाएंगे नाम उनका जहाँ भी लिया जाएगा जिक्र
0609041056. Yes, do send us your messages via WhatsApp 0609041056. You are listening to Rise and Shine on Radio Al Ansar. The first message comes from Sister Leila Mehta. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to the Ummah of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Peace, blessings and salutations be upon Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah for another blessing as it arises from sujood. Each breathing day that we are privileged to see is a merciful opportunity to better our own self. May all the du'as made for you and by you be accepted. Ameen. Have a blessed weekend. Salams and duas, Sister Leila Mehta and family, and her inspiring reflections. Blessed is he whose own faults keep him from seeing the faults of others. And the hadith and dua for today is Bismillahi walhamdulillahi wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. Abu Ayyub radiallahu ta'ala anha related that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever fasts in Ramadan, then follows it with 6 fasts on Shawwal, then that is equal to in reward to fasting every day. And that was a report in Jami al-Tirmidhi. 0609041056. Yes, that's our WhatsApp number. We look forward to receiving some inspirational WhatsApp messages from yourselves.
मेरे अल्लाह मेरे अल्लाह अल्लाह मेरे मेरे अल्लाह मेरे أصير أحسن أصير أحسن.
We'd love to meet you. Pay us a visit. Radio Al-Ansar.
Message from Mrs. Rahman. Assalamu alaikum, Faizal. Yesterday, France 24 reporter said that Israel and Iran agreed on a de-escalation. She said that we don't know what's going to happen next because Iran is dangerous and they have Hezbollah with them. Happy Saturday. Wishing you a weekend filled with joy, laughter and bliss, Mrs. Rahman. Jazakallah khair, Mrs. Rahman, and shukran for that beautiful message. Message from Brother Daud Watala. In life, we all have an unspeakable secret and irreversible regret, an unkept promise, an unheard request, an irreplaceable loss, an unreachable dream, and an unforgettable love. May all these worries of life bypass you, and may your days be filled with happiness, sunshine, and love. I wish that an angel of mercy always sits next to you and covers you with gentle wings so that you walk wrapped in Allah's grace, guided and protected forever. Ameen. Have a Mubarak day. Jazakallah khair for that, Brother Daud. Absolutely inspirational message, and Ameen to all the duas.
ايه اصير احسن ولو قالوا جنون كلام الناس يهون مقابلا اكون ايه اصير احسن فلا قال وقيل يغير بقليل انا بالي طويل
Radio Al-Ansar, 24/7, 365.
In the heart of our homes, we seek blessings and quality. Vera stands with you, offering appliances that bring these values to your kitchen. Durable, reliable, and crafted to the highest standards. Every Farah appliance is an investment in your family's well-being. Discover the promise of quality with our trusted range at farah.co.za. Farah, better cooking.
The Outreach Slice of Life campaign. Since its inception, our Slice of Life has touched the lives of countless individuals through our distribution to schools, old age homes, orphanages, and deserving families within our community. This initiative has been instrumental in alleviating hunger. For only 9 Rand a loaf, you will be providing a family with their daily staple, bread. Donate now on www.alansar.org.za. or call Outreach on 031 208 1601.
Sunday Lounge. The Sunday Lounge. With Salma Kazi Wahab. 10 to 12. Latest nasheeds. Celebrity artist features.
حبيب رسول الله
Events. News from the nasheed world. Top 10 countdown.
مصطفى
The Sunday Lounge. With Salma Kazi Wahab.
Save the date for Saturday, April 27, 2024. Why, you may ask? Well, it's the Hajj seminar from 7:45 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at 207 West Road in Overport. Proudly brought to you by the Al Ansar Foundation and the Capital Group of Companies.
Hey Zoha, have you heard about the TBR Family Fun Run and Walk?
No, Amina. What are you talking about?
Didn't you hear about it this morning?
No, I didn't.
Well, it's going to be happening on the 27th of April on Saturday at the Blue Lagoon Lawns at 6:30 a.m.
Wow, I'm interested. How do I register?
Well, go onto the website, fill in the form, EFT payment, and email the proof of payment to tbr@alansar.org.za. So don't forget to bring along a basket and enjoy a family picnic on the lawns after the walk. See you there.
اللهم احفظ المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الحاقدين اللهم أعد المسجد الأقصى إلى رحاب المسلمين اللهم وطهر المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الغاصبين اللهم عليك بهم فإنهم لا يعجزونك يا قوي يا متين اللهم منزل الكتاب مجري السحاب هازم الأحزاب سريع الحساب اهزم اليهود وزلزلهم يا قوي يا عزيز.
Audio stream across the world on radioalansar.co.za.
أحب الوفاء بشتى الصور.
Rise and shine on Radio Al Ansar. According to a recent study by the Inclusive Society Institute, the number of South Africans considering immigration remains disturbingly high. 8.5% of adult South Africans over the age of 18 indicated that they either agreed or strongly agreed that they were seriously considering immigrating to another country in the next year or so. We have online with us Ms. Nicola Bergstede, Head of Communications at Inclusive Society Institute. Ms. Bergstede, good morning to you and thank you for joining me on the program this morning.
Good morning, and thank you very much for having me.
Absolute pleasure. Now, the study by the Inclusive Society Institute highlights a significant number of South Africans are considering immigration. What are the key findings that shed light on the factors driving this trend?
Thanks so much. So I need to start by saying that this was quite an impactful study. We interviewed 3,600 respondents, which was a big number of respondents for a study in South Africa. We drew from 9 provinces. We had face-to-face interviews that were done in their homes and in the respondents' home languages. And what we found were that 8.59% of adult South Africans, so South Africans over 18, indicated that they either want to agree or they strongly agree that they seriously are considering immigrating to another country, which is alarming. When asked about the main reasons people are considering this immigration from South Africa, economic factors stood out predominantly. Specifically, 25.4% of potential immigrants are motivated by the high unemployment rate in South Africa. Just under 20% are seeking a better life overall, and then about 18% are seeking a better future for themselves and their families. Additionally, 22% cite the deterioration of infrastructure and service delivery. So things like load shedding and water outages in South Africa are key factors driving their decision to immigrate. But on a positive note, which we need to end on a positive note, racial issues seem to be a minimal factor in the decision-making process, which as the Inclusive Society Institute and our advocacy for social cohesion in South Africa, we were very, very happy to hear that. And that was under 0.5%. So at 0.4% of individuals indicated that race-related concerns are not influencing the decision to leave, which was a positive.
Undoubtedly, because with the history of our country, that's the first thing everybody jumps onto, and I think it's absolutely positive that is not influencing it. However, you did mention that the various challenges that they were facing, and which age group has indicated that they want to migrate? Are these now professionals who are already in practice, who have qualified, or are these the younger who are in studying at the moment, or who are about to engage into studies?
So these were participants over the age of 18. Well, what we did find was many young families. So families with young children are looking to move overseas to give their children a better, a greater variety of options when it comes to their education and perhaps their healthcare access. But we also found, and what is being commonly called the brain drain. So those with high qualifications, those in professional jobs, and those who are high earners in South Africa are getting offered opportunities to move overseas and use their skills elsewhere, which is a very big loss to South Africa because we need those skills locally. So we are seeing, the qualified, high earners, and then young families.
Mm-hmm. Now, you did mention some of the challenges, but some of the common challenges. But are there any other sort of special or specified challenges that might be common, across the board? Because there are some challenges that are going through my mind right now, which is causing this brain drain. But is this something that the institute has discovered?
Well, I think it goes without saying that at the moment, political uncertainty in our country is a big driver of many feeling that they don't have a secure and a stable future in South Africa with the elections coming up in the next few weeks. Political uncertainty is definitely one of the drivers of that. Crime, safety, and then simple factors that one would think are fixable at this stage. Our education system, we have overcrowded classrooms, and teachers that are teaching in overcrowded situations, and then uncertainty with regards to the future of healthcare in our country. These are all factors that are all taken into account and that were all cited by those who were interviewed for the study.
Mm-hmm. In fact, I think another reason which is also quite common across the various professions is the closure of various posts for professionals. Because lots of professionals are not being employed. If you look at the healthcare sector that you refer to, many doctors who want to specialize don't have that opportunity because posts are closed, and in other sectors as well. I'm sure that must be having an impact as well.
100%. Just on that, that we've got a huge problem with placement of employed doctors in our country, or unemployed doctors in our country who are qualified and ready to serve our country, but there are just simply no jobs available for them. And then they found themselves looking for opportunities in countries like Australia, Canada, and the UK. So yes, we find very qualified and willing individuals who want to serve and work in our country, just having no opportunity to do so. And then we lose them to countries who have those opportunities.
So how do issues such as income inequality and lack of economic opportunities contribute to the sense of disillusionment and desire to seek better prospects abroad?
Yeah, it's very tough when a small group of people in South Africa hold most of the wealth and resources, and it leaves everyone else feeling very stuck and left out, I think. This kind of setup definitely makes it hard to move up in life, and that can be very frustrating. Plus, many South Africans see things like education, healthcare, and job security being better in other countries, which only adds to the desire to leave. They also see the strength of our rand, depreciating, and these economic problems not only create personal hardships that also stir up social tensions in communities, but it can make a country feel very unstable. So understandably, people want to go where they feel like their hard work will pay off a little bit more.
No, undoubtedly. And beyond economic factors, are there other social or political issues that are prompting South Africans to consider immigration?
I think our conversation surrounding corruption creates a lack of confidence in the future and effectiveness of our government. Very high crime rates and concerns about personal safety are major motivators for families seeking safer environments. And just, personally in Cape Town, you find more and more people moving to the Western Cape, particularly, making it not affordable for locals to even live in their local communities. Then, additionally, ongoing social tensions, uncertainty around land reform policies contributes a lot to feelings of insecurity. And many parents are motivated by the desire to give their children better educational opportunities elsewhere. and access to healthcare and safe environments for kids to be raised in. So I think there's several factors that are contributing to this, and I personally just hope that we iron out these kinks and create a sustainable and better future for the future of our country.
Now, just to turn the role to reverse the roles, what is the position insofar as migration into South Africa is concerned? Is there an increase, decrease?
We have actually seen an increase of people moving back to South Africa after having lived abroad for a few years. We have seen more and more people look to coming back, but immigrating initially is a huge task. You are uprooting your entire family or your entire self to go and move to a different country. It's very, very expensive. So we have seen a trend in people wanting to move back, but financially it just makes absolutely no sense for them to do so once they've taken the leap to immigrate. So we found that people would like to move back to South Africa because of, the standard of living is still high for high income earners in South Africa. But the actual task of moving back is a challenge.
Undoubtedly. And what about foreigners that want to migrate to South Africa?
Well, we've definitely seen an increase of foreigners, even coming for 6 or 7 or 8 months in South Africa. I think everyone agrees that specifically in the Western Cape, we've seen an update in what's called the digital nomad, people coming for 3, 4 or 5 months to come and work virtually in South Africa. And then we've also seen an uptake in people investing in property locally in South Africa from abroad. So we've definitely seen a high rate of foreigners coming to settle down in South Africa, which understandably, if you're earning the pound or the dollar remotely, you could live an incredible life in this country.
Undoubtedly. And what effect does that have on our local South Africans?
Sadly, it's driving a lot of locals out of areas that they would formerly been able to live in. So we're seeing areas, especially along that Cape and previously high income areas in Johannesburg, being driven out by foreigners who can afford higher rental rates and afford to pay more for property. So it's driving people that used to live in these areas out of these areas because of affordability. But it's a double-edged sword because it's a give and take rather, because as a country we also need that investment to drive ourselves forward. So at some stage we're going to have to find a sweet spot between having a high level of foreign currency being spent in our country, but also being able to serve local individuals.
Ms. Nicola Baxter, I want to thank you for joining me on the program this morning. But before we bid you farewell, I'm sure you have a message for our listeners.
Yeah, I think everybody just invest in our country. Please go out and vote at the end of May, because regardless of what you might think, every vote does count. And we just want to advocate for a free and fair election and a safe future for everybody in this country.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me on the program. Do have a wonderful weekend and all the best to you.
Thank you very much. Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you. We spoke to Backstreet, and she's the head of communications at Inclusive Society Institute, and she spoke to us about the the level of immigration, the rate of immigration, etc. And of course the question was to leave or not to leave, and the intent to immigrate still remains disturbingly high. Zero 609041056. Do send us your WhatsApp messages. Message comes from a sister Hasina, says, Assalamu alaikum. Fajr Salah at times may be the most difficult Salah to rise for, but it's also the most blissful one when peace depends upon you. I mean, have a blessed weekend ahead. And comes from Sister Hasina. Jazakallah khair for that message. And a message comes from Brother Yusuf Patel. A small dot can stop a big sentence, but a few more dots can give continuity. Amazing but true. Every ending can give a new beginning. The inspiration you seek is already within you. We all come with built-in extras. Seek and press the right button. Comes from Brother Yusuf Patel. Absolutely superb, Brother Yusuf. It's amazing way how you think of these things. I mean, one never thought that a small dot can stop a big sentence. And one never thought that just add a few more dots, it can give continuity. Well done. Thank you, Brother Yusuf. And then, of course, Yusuf Patel continues, poverty exists not because we cannot feed the poor, but because we cannot satisfy the rich. Lovely. Poverty exists not because we cannot feed the poor, but because we cannot satisfy the rich.
أطفالنا هيا اسجدوا لواحد فرد عالم لله واهب النعم.
أطفالنا أحبابنا يا نسل خير أمتي يا أمة القرآن.
4 dead in Israel hit on UN school, including 2 children. In southern Gaza, at least 7 people, including women and children, have been killed in their homes, which has been targeted by the Israeli army in Rafah. In central Gaza, 4 Palestinians, also including children, have been killed by an Israeli strike on a UN school. Dozens more are injured. Let's listen to this clip.
Have begun returning to Nusayrat refugee camp in central Gaza. Intense urban combat and heavy shelling have pulverized the area north of the city of Deir al-Balah.
I lived in the city of Srebrenica in Bosnia, and I witnessed the Serbian massacres. I was displaced from Gaza City to Nusayrat. Here, the massacres are far more horrific.
85% of Gaza's population lives in camps, where the shortage of essentials is acute and famine's tightening its grip. At the UN on Wednesday, disagreements between the UN Palestinian Refugee Agency, UNRWA, and Israel were laid bare.
Infant and young children have begun to die of malnutrition and dehydration. Across the border, food and clean water wait. But UNRWA is denied permission to deliver this aid and save lives.
Israel is seeking to dismantle UNRWA.
Israel cannot and will not allow UNRWA to continue in Gaza as it did in the past. I repeat, there are alternatives to UNRWA, and it's up to you if they can succeed.
Israel says Hamas has infiltrated UNRWA. Some donor countries suspended funding as a result of claims against 12 agency workers.
You do not tarnish an entire agency based on those kind of allegations, nor do you represent 12 as equaling 100%. We have a mandate from the UN Security Council stretching back 75 years, repeatedly renewed, to operate in this region and to be the essential service provider for Palestine refugees.
On Wednesday, an Israeli airstrike hit an UNRWA school, killing 4 people, including 2 children. Unlike bombs, famine kills slowly, and time is running out to prevent it. Claire Herriot, TRT World.
Advertising pays. Get your business on the map through advertising with Radio Al Ansar, the station with a proven record. Let's check with Simplex Radio to find out the impact on their business by advertising with Radio Al Ansar.
For us, it works very well. Our sales have increased and more people know about our store. I would definitely recommend advertising on Radio Al Ansar anytime.
There you have it. Join the airwaves and take it up to another level. Call us on 031-208-1601 and ask for Fatima Shahina or Faraz Bucks, our consultants. Let your name be heard by thousands of people. Radio Al Ansar, your partner in business.
This and only this is Nightline.
أشرقت نفسي بنور من فؤادي.
Nightline is the only program that allows you to listen to the opportunity to voice your opinion on any matter or any topic that concerns you.
وانتشت روحي
Also on Nightline, we interview the famous, the not so famous, and infamous. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Brother Muhammad Varyawa, and with me in the studio is Dr. Anwar Jiwa. Join us every Saturday night from 8:30 p.m. till 10:30 p.m. on Nightline, the program designed especially for you, the listener.
Save the date for Saturday, April 27, 2024. Why, you may ask? Well, it's the Hajj seminar from 7:45 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at 207 West Road in Overport. Proudly brought to you by the Al-Ansar Foundation and the Capital Group of Companies.
فأبشت الصور أحب الوفي الأمين الأغر فأهل الوفاء كلون السحاب وحسن الربيع والماء.
We'd love to meet you. Pay us a visit. Radio Al-Ansar.
Yes, you're listening to Rise and Shine on Radio Al-Ansar with myself, Faizal MJ Suleman. Now, next Saturday, that's the 27th of April, lots is happening under the auspices of Radio Al-Ansar. Well, we have the Hajj seminar, which takes place at at our premises at 207 West Road. But also before that, early in the morning, we have something that's very exciting, something that we're looking forward to, and that is our Breakfast Rush Fun Run. And to discuss this fun run, we have online with us Sister Nazmira Qasim, one of the presenters of the Breakfast Rush. Nazmira, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and jazakallah khair for joining me in the program this morning.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. I'm Professor, and jazakallah for having us on your show.
Absolute pleasure, Nazmira. I mean, I did speak of the Breakfast Rush. I see you refer to it as the fun walk. I refer to it as the fun run. But whether we walk or we run, we all want to be there. We all want to have fun. There's lots and lots and lots of excitement, as you might have noticed as well, already building up amongst the various presenters, amongst everybody here at Radio Al-Ansar, and of course amongst our listeners as well. Now, and having said that, what inspired the Breakfast Rush team to organize a fun run or walk event, and what do you hope to achieve with this initiative?
So, alhamdulillah, Nishal has been planning this for a long time. And when I jumped on the bandwagon about 3 or 4 months ago, I learned from him that the inspiration was to bring the community together. We interacting with our listeners every single day as Al-Ansar, as the Al-Ansar Foundation. And it was just to bring the community together, to meet the listeners, also to bring all the presenters together. And every staff member of Al-Ansar, from the individual in finance to the individual in the bookshop, it was unity. So the direct intention is unity, uniting people, creating an atmosphere outside of Ramadan, and also to inspire fitness, to inspire health consciousness. I know I can speak for myself when I say we all want to adapt a healthy lifestyle. We all want to bring in some sort of balance in our lives. And for a lot of us, we say it, okay, I'm going to start walking tomorrow. I'm going to start eating this meal tomorrow. And tomorrow sometimes never comes. So we're hoping that this is a stepping stone for all of us to just gear ourselves to just become more health conscious rather, because, that's a big part of our deen as well. Taking care of ourselves is an instruction, it's a command.
In fact, I'm glad, you spoke of eating well, of walking, etc., because diet and exercise goes hand in hand. It's no use diet.
Absolutely.
Eating healthy diet and not exercising. No use exercising without having a healthy diet, because they both complement each other. And you also mentioned that it is to bring people together, etc. Do you know it is just an event like this that can inspire one to get serious of sports, to get serious of fitness, etc. It just takes one event, because many of us have this blockage that I can't do it, and then the minute you do it once, you find that look, it can be done. And then it can even become, it can become addictive as well. Now, how can listeners participate in the event, and what are the registration details?
So it's very, very easy. I've literally went on and done it myself to explain how easy it is to the listeners. So you go onto the Al Ansar website, which is alansar.org.za, and there's a tab that says Fun Run Entry Form. So you click on that tab. It asks you for your first name, your surname, your ID number or passport number, your date of birth, email address, cell phone number. So that's it. That's all the information that we need of you. And then below that, you will find the banking details. It's 100 Rand per person for adults and 50 Rand per child under the age of 12, so 12 and under. And that's it. You're done. You forward your proof of payment to tbr@alansar.org.za, and that's it. We had a lot of listeners communicate and say that they know it's very, very simple to do on the website, but if they just feel like, they don't want to go that route, they don't want to touch technology per se to enter this, and they're afraid of making one or two errors. So there is support for that. You can come through directly to 207 West Road, meet our front desk officer, Sister Hajra, and she will give you an entry form directly, fill it in at the offices, make your payment, and that's it. You're done.
As simple as that.
As simple as that. And Uncle Faisal, we are encouraging our Pietermaritzburg listeners that communicate with us on a daily basis to come through and join this event. We've made it the 27th of April because it's a public holiday. So, we try to basically reserve that morning for everybody and try and fit it into, everyone's schedule so that it's a day the people are free, people are off, and it's early in the morning. You read your Fajr at home. We would like to meet between 5:30 and 6 at the venue. I know I will be there much earlier at the Blue Lagoon Lawns, but the actual race itself will start at 6:30. So again, we challenge our listeners from Pietermaritzburg and from outside the Durban areas to come through, meet with us, spend the day with us, watch Uncle Faisal do his 5K walk or run, and all of the other presenters, inshallah.
Now, can you assure those coming from Pietermaritzburg that they will just have to walk on 5Ks? They won't have to run back to Pietermaritzburg?
Yes, we promise you that. Just a 5K walk or run.
In fact, there's one word, there's two words that I'm looking for, and I haven't heard from you as yet. Actually, it's three words. There'll be lots of fun, and I haven't heard that yet.
No, they will. I mean, look, start to end, people are bringing through their picnic baskets because the lawn there at the Blue Lagoon is beautiful. So the course itself starts from Blue Lagoon, the actual lawns. It takes us down NMR and then soaking up the stunning views along the promenade and then back to Blue Lagoon. So there's this beautiful lawn there. And our plan is not to go home after the walk or the run, whichever you choose to do. Sit back, relax, enjoy, meet the team, I always say, when you go to events like this, and we'll know from the Eid Milan, you meet that uncle from 2 years ago that you were meaning to call, you meet that neighbor that you knew, that you were meaning to visit, but you didn't have the time to. So sit down with the team, sit down with familiar faces that you will definitely see on that day. Have some fun, share a meal, and we've got people always like things, and Al Ansar, we big on gifting, we big on giving. There are 500 gift bags, Uncle Faisal, 500 goodie bags that we are giving to the first 500 people that cross the finish line.
Okay. So if I'm 501, and then I'm in trouble.
No. If you are 500 on that finish line, then you are the last person to get that gift bag.
Okay.
So you still get it.
I'm gonna wait for the guy who's coming, or the person that's coming 501 and coming to us and saying to us, you know what? I was there. I mean, there was it's a photo finish, etc. And I want to see how you deal with it. I'm walking away from that. But how? You did mention the route. Do you just repeat the route for me, please? The route, and are there any notable landmarks or attractions along the way?
Okay, so the route starts from the scenic Blue Lagoon lawns. You cruise down NMR Avenue and then soaking up the stunning views along the promenade. So there's our beautiful Moses Mabhida Stadium. There's the ocean views. So there's a lot of stunning views along the promenade. And then that promenade route basically directs us back to Blue Lagoon. And I just want to say that the roads will be completely closed. We'll have Metro on board, headed by Superintendent Rauf himself. So all protocols are followed. There's a security company that's coming through as well. So safety first. The safety of the listeners of Radio Al Ansar is a first priority. You are guaranteed, you will be safe, you will be protected. We've got Metro, we've got the security company coming through. So we've got double protection for you. If in the event of an unplanned emergency, there'll also be an ambulance standing by. So that's the route. And again, I just got a message saying that there'll also be 500 medals. So for the first 500 that cross the finish line, not only do you get that goodie bag courtesy of our set of Vodacom stores, but you also get a medal.
You've got me very worried now because I was considering walking. Now it seems I'm going to have to run to come in, to qualify in the first 500. Okay.
No, you have to.
Excellent, absolutely. I think you also omitted to mention that we're going to be having lots of marshals around to control things. So, alhamdulillah, we're hoping that all logistics are going to be in place. Now, how will this event promote a healthy lifestyle and community spirit? And what message do you hope to convey to your listeners?
So this is the first TBR Al Ansar fun run. So we're making history here. You want to be part of the first event, and it's again bringing the community together. You are the community. So what is the event without your presence? We want you there. We want you to be part of this life-changing experience, the first ever TBR Fun Walk. Mark your calendars. Let's make memories together. Whether you're running, whether you're walking, come out, embrace the crisp morning breeze as you run, jog, or stroll your way through this fantastic event. And after all of that, stick around for a picnic with us. It's just a morning of fun, a morning of community building, and also, at Al Ansar, a morning of everyone presenters coming together. So I do believe that there's lots of fun planned where presenters are actually challenging each other. So if you want to see your favorite presenters literally get down with their joggers and with their socks and, their armbands, their caps, verse each other, they're taking this quite seriously. I don't want to reveal too much, but I can tell you that they are taking this very seriously. So we've got Fahim Jamada, Tabila from the Breakfast Rush, we've got myself, we've got Bibi Amina, Salma Qazi Wahab, and a whole host of presenters. Your host right now, Faizal MJ Suleman, will be there himself. So lots of challenges and lots of competitive presenters we also have at Al Ansar. So come down and also watch your favorite presenters as they try and see who beats who at the finish line.
And then you make it even more difficult because when I thought I'm going to walk, but now you're forcing me to run. But I'm sure it's going to be lots and lots of fun. We look forward to the morning of the 27th.
Before I leave you, I must just add that this really stood out as an inspiration for me. We had a listener message us during the week, and she's on a wheelchair. And she says that she's busy at home firing up and training her arms because she will be there, inshallah, joining us for that 5K on her wheelchair.
Alhamdulillah, that is absolutely fantastic and very, very inspirational, undoubtedly. I think that's some great news that you've shared with us. Now, are there any final tips or encouragement for listeners who might be hesitant to join in?
So like we said, your safety comes first. You will be protected. You will be. I don't even think we're going to actually feel that 5 kilometers. You walking or running with the community, you walking and running with presenters, with Al Ansar team members, again, familiar faces you'll see all around. So if you're hesitant, and you feel 5 kilometers, it's not that long. It really is not that long. And that's coming from someone that doesn't do much walking and that is very far from the healthiest of people. It really is you won't even feel it. When you reach the finish line or even see it, you'll be like, what? How did I get here? How did I get here so fast? And you take that medal, wear it proud, and just I think it works as a form of motivation as well. You take that medal home, you look at it, and you're like, I did that, I did that, and I think for me, just by looking at that medal, as a form of motivation, I think it will carry you to participate in future Al Ansar walks, and also to take yourself out of your house maybe every morning and do a 30-minute walk. So it's a great way to improve and maintain our overall health. And that's what we're pushing here. We're pushing health, we're pushing balance, and we're pushing community.
You'll be surprised. This 5 kilometers will be a stepping stone to further fun runs, walks, marathons, etc. Because you just need to overcome, it's absolute mind over matter.
100%. And listeners want to be part of this first ever Al Ansar Fun Walk. Be part of the history. Be part of the change of growing, witness and health together.
Well, Nazmira, lots of excitement, and inshallah ta'ala, just a week away. We're all looking forward to this excellent event, and I'm sure inshallah ta'ala, we're gonna have success. And I want to invite all the listeners to join us. Nazmira, I want to say Jazakallah khair for joining me on the program this morning and for sharing those thoughts with us. And of course, I say we look forward to next Saturday. All the best to you. Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We look forward to seeing you next week, Saturday morning as well. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Well, lots and lots of excitement in the air with the forthcoming fun run walk, as we call it. And of course, we had Sister Nazmira Qasim online with us, and she shared what you call this now, that she shared her sentiments on the matter. And of course, let's wait and look forward to next week. I got a message from a sister, Sharifa Adam, who says, Salam, wheelchairs can attend. Yes, of course, indeed. You can attend if you're in a wheelchair, no problem. It's open to everybody. In fact, it will be inspirational for those that are participating if they are attendees that are on wheelchairs as well. So everybody's welcome, and we look forward to this eventful event.
القمر ويا من تحب غياب الوفاء رأيتك تهوى غياب البصر.
If your evening is like this,
Yo, mama, I wash your wits good.
take your moment to enjoy that blissful alone time while you relax in a Satiskin bubble bath. Also available in shower gel and hand wash, the Satiskin range is pH balanced for satin soft skin. Satiskin, take your moment.
Advertising pays. Get your business on the map through advertising with Radio Al Ansar, the station with a proven record. Let's talk to Zain of The Watch Doctor, a newcomer in the market.
I'll recommend advertising on Radio Al Ansar for sure, as my client base has increased substantially. Totally unexpected.
There you have it. Join the airwaves and take it up to another level. Call us on 031-208-1601 and ask for Fatima Shahina or Faraz Bucks, our consultants. Let your name be heard by thousands of people. Radio Al Ansar, your partner in business.
Radio Al Ansar.
أحب الوفاء بشتى الصور.
You listen to Rise and Shine on Radio Al Ansar with myself, Faizal MJ Suleman. The WhatsApp number in our studio 060-904-1056. I look forward to your messages. A message comes from Brother Yusuf Patel. Okay, Brother Yusuf, you want to test my Urdu? Let's go for it. अगर तुम्हारी आंखें खूबसूरत है तो तुम दुनिया से मोहब्बत करोगे, लेकिन अगर तुम्हारी जुबान खूबसूरत है तो दुनिया तुमसे मोहब्बत करोगी. That's Karegi. That's very good, Brother Yusuf Patel. And I think he's done me a favor as well. He's translated it for me. When your eyes are beautiful, then you will fall in love with the world. But if your tongue or talk is beautiful, the world will fall in love with you. Excellent, excellent. I think even Mondley enjoyed that. Excellent. Thank you for that, Brother Yusuf Patel. London school prayer ban upheld despite Muslim students' challenge. A Muslim student's attempt to uphold her right to perform salah at a London school has been set back by a High Court decision. The court sided with the school, which maintains a policy against prayer rituals on school grounds. The student, who remains unidentified, argued that the ban infringed upon her ability to practice a fundamental pillar of Islam. She proposed a reasonable solution, designated prayer time during lunch breaks on days required by her faith. The school, Michaela Community School, however, defended the ban as a way to promote a unified and inclusive environment. They cited past incidents of threats linked to religious practices, expressing concern that allowing prayer rituals could disrupt this harmony. This case reignites the debate about balancing religious freedom with the needs of a diverse school community. The students' desire for a modest accommodation to fulfill her religious obligations highlights the ongoing struggle for many Muslims in British institutions. Well, I think that is also extremely sad, absolutely. But I'm sure that good sense is going to prevail, and inshallah ta'ala, I'm sure that she will have success in the near future. Now, more WhatsApp messages coming through, and 060-904-1056. Okay, I'm just trying to open some of these messages, but let's listen to this nasheed in the meantime, and we'll take it from there, inshallah.
لا 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 أصير أحسن أصير أحسن أصير أحسن أصير أحسن أصير أحسن أصير أحسن أصير أحسن
أصير أحسن ولا يمنعني شيء مدام راسي حي بسوي اللي عليه أصير أحسن بما أني نويت وعزمت وخطيت فكمل ما بديت
أصير أحسن ولا يمنعني شيء مدام راسي حي بسوي اللي
Well, Monday just reminded me that it's time to round off. Eric has walked into the studio. So, Monday, thank you for engineering for me. Wasima Bucks, thank you for the logistics. Hajak Kota, thank you for producing. And it's going to be over to Eric for the news at 9. From myself, Faizal Suleman. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
التحدي دواء عندي حتى لو بصعب وقسام واقف لا 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 أصير أحسن أصير أحسن أصير أحسن
يصير أحسن ولو قالوا جنون كلام الناس يهون مقابلا أكون أصير أحسن فلا قال وقيل يغير بقليل أنا بالي طويل
أصير أحسن ولو قالوا جنون كلام الناس يهون مقابلا أكون أحسن فلا قال وقيل يغير بقليل أنا بالي طويل ماني خايف ولاني واقف أنا ماشي وقلبي
An informative Islamic global perspective. This is Al Ansar News.
Making news this hour, the 20th of April, the news from Durban 90.4 FM, Peter Maritzburg 105.6 FM. Suspects linked to murder of Rand Water executive have been caught in KwaZulu-Natal. Good morning, America Monina. Police have arrested 3 suspects in connection with the murders of Randwater executive Taboko Jwala and his bodyguard. The 2 were killed at a community hall in Zakaria Park, south of Johannesburg, in January this year. National Police spokesperson Brenda Morudili says that 2 suspects were arrested in KwaZulu-Natal. Morudili says that a provincial crime detection tracking team and also tactical response